Today's devotional is entitled Peer Pressure Stinks. Oh, come on. It's just one sip. Hey, it's more than just a little kiss. Yeah, you're going to be fine. It's harmless. Everyone's doing it. You're not going to be cool unless you join in with us. Come on. We're doing all the cool stuff. Peer pressure. Probably one of the hardest things as a teenager and even as an adult we have to deal with. How easy is it for us to fall to it? Now think back to situations in your life where you ended up doing something just to please your friends, family, work, whatever it might be. And it's so easy to succumb to it. It's just so easy to just follow the crowd. Well, everyone else is doing it, so it really can't be that bad. You see, in Galatians 2:11 through 13, Peter is subjected to peer pressure, and he had to be corrected about it. And there's a few lessons we can take away from this. And it says, "But when Peter came to Antioch, I had to oppose him publicly, speaking strongly against what he was doing, for it was very wrong. When he first arrived, he ate with the Gentile Christians who didn't bother with circumcision. But afterward, when some Jewish friends of James came, Peter wouldn't eat with the Gentiles anymore because he was afraid of what these legalists would say. Then the other Jewish Christians followed Peter's hypocrisy, and even Barnabas was influenced to join them in their hypocrisy." Fear. Peer pressure. Call it what you like. But Peter succumbed to the peer pressure. And I'm sorry we got a little loud in the background, but this is my kids having fun. At first, he was doing the correct thing. He was eating with the Gentile Christians. But when his friends and the other legalists came, he suddenly changed his mind. He got scared. Fear does the same to us. Exactly, Keishu, exactly. And see, there are four things we can take from this. One, no one is immune to peer pressure. Now, Peter was a strong Christian who wanted to share his gospel to as many people as possible. He didn't want to lose his clout, though, with his fellow apostles and the church leaders when they saw him with the Gentiles, so he stopped. Number two, past successes are not a guarantee of future situations. And when a situation arises, step back, look at the situation, pray to God. Am I following the crowd? Or do I know that it's wrong, and am I standing up for what I should be doing? Number three, Satan uses other people to tempt you, either in a whisper or in a crowd. Satan wants you to fall. But God will be there with you to fight these temptations of peer pressure. In 1 Corinthians 10:13, Paul says, "But remember that the temptations that come into your life are no different from what others experience. And God is faithful. He will keep the temptation from becoming so strong that you can't stand up against it. When you're tempted, He will show you a way out so that you will not give in to it." And number four, even other strong believers are going to pressure you. You know, this goes right back to number three with Satan. He's going to use other people to tempt you, whether they're Christian or non-Christian. So you always need to be on guard at all times and surround yourself with biblical people, not worldly people, but also fact check what those biblical people are saying. Because even if they say what they think is right, if it's not glorifying and praising God, it's not right. You know, peer pressure stinks. It pulls at our base human needs to be accepted sometimes. And what we need to remember is we're not of this world as Christians. We need to serve the world, but not be of the world. You know, Jesus spent his time with these people, and we should as well. Just don't put yourself in the situation where you're going to cave in to what's going on. Romans 12:2 says, "Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will know what God wants you to do. You'll know how good and pleasing and perfect His will really is. So this week, I challenge you to go sit with someone you normally wouldn't. At church, go talk to somebody you've never talked to before. Ask questions and don't worry what everybody else is thinking. Don't care what they're thinking or what they're going to say about you. If you're doing the godly thing, nothing's wrong. Repeat this until it becomes a habit. Suddenly, the peer pressure is going to be completely gone because you're out of the habit of following the crowd. The only peer pressure that I can think of is following God, following Jesus' footsteps and spreading that gospel, sharing His love. There is our devotional for today. Peer pressure stinks.